There he goes. It was something good tonight.
You ready to rumble, young blood?
MP, you're about to go off.
And in the locker room, each guy has been going over and through his own routine to get ready. But once they take the floor, they're one single unit. It's an exciting Sunday night edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Joined by Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. And we'll be getting the inside story tonight. Shams Charania is joining us at the broadcast table. Shams, it is so great to have you by our side.
Kevin, thank you so much. It's great to be here. I always love to follow the game, talk about the game. It should be a lot of fun tonight.
You'll give great insight. We can't wait to get going. Let's see the stat sheet here for Luka Doncic.
And you can see the surge in his level of confidence lately just by looking at that true shooting percentage. It's been moving straight up in the past 5 games. I think he's feeling it.
Now a look at Dallas's starting lineup. The star backcourt, Doncic and Irving, are the guard set. Jay out there with Klay Thompson. And it's Lively in at center, locking down the middle. And for Oklahoma City, in the backcourt, we'll see Gilgeous-Alexander and Caruso. The post pair for him will be Williams and Holmgren. And it's Dort in at the 3 spot. Shams, over the last decade, the Warriors were the team. And this decade is kind of wide open. So with young teams on the horizon, the deep roster of teams and talent in the West, a lot of people are talking about Oklahoma City as the team to watch in the 2020s. What do you think?
OKC has this league at the palm of their hands, and really the direction, the nucleus led by Shai Gilgeous-Alexander in Oklahoma City, that is among the best. They have tons of picks. Kevin, I mean dozens of draft picks that they can trade to get even more talent. No organization is set up quite like the Thunder. They have to be aiming for championships down the line.
They've stayed the course. Agreed wholeheartedly with you. They're going to be fun. And the slam by Williams.
and not the prototype power forward, but he has tremendous athletic ability.
Doncic passes to Jay. Shot, high post. And Holmgren pulls it down. Down low, here's Williams, and they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
Nice find by Gilgeous-Alexander. He reads the floor so well.
The Thunder shooting their first free throw tonight. Just over a minute played here in the start of the game. Thompson from long range. Caruso grabs the miss.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Shot's good by Williams.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Way to attack there and then create the contact.
Really, as close as you can get to an and one right there. He almost had it.
The Mavericks shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game.
And 72% on the year. I'm sure they'd like to improve that category.
Guys, their free throw shooting has slipped a bit since last year, but not really to the point where they should be overly concerned about it.
And Shams, nothing gets a workout like your phone. We're talking NBA. We're watching this game. We got this great group here courtside. You've got 2 phones working, and I'm sure there's a third hidden in your bag. Can you estimate how many texts do you send and receive a day? Is there even a number we can put with that?
Kevin, how many texts do you get a day related to NBA info? You're coming at me. You know the job is, it's hundreds of messages flooding my phone on a daily basis. And the screen time usually in busy seasons tends to be closer to 18 to 20 hours. But this is what we signed up for. This is what we love to inform the audience.
Oh, and I know you love every second of it. And here is Doncic following Lou Dort's 3. Pass to Jay. The shot's good on the assist by Doncic. Jay's got his second bucket tonight.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
For Dallas, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. That one goes. Count it. Jay's got 6. If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, I was able to talk with Oklahoma City's head coach for just a minute. Undoubtedly, their defensive focus is trying to limit Luka Doncic. Coach told me Luka is a great player who impacts the game on so many levels. No one has been able to shut him down. We just need to play with physicality and make him work for everything. We'll see how they handle one of the toughest matchups in the NBA. Guys?
Okay, David, much appreciated. Here's Holmgren. After the made shot from Jay, it's tipped, and it's out of bounds. The Thunder able to retain possession. Williams passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. The kick out to Williams. Just 5 to shoot. And things can get so intense when NBA rumors start flying, Shams. You know that. The teams are just kind of holding on sometimes for dear life. What is it like when you break a major NBA story, like you've done numerous times?
It's like when your heart skips a beat, Kevin. It's like when you feel like you are in such a rush and there's a surge of excitement that hits every particle of your body. Every profession obviously has a big payoff, but everything happens so fast. But when it happens, it makes all the hard work worth it, but it certainly brings a great feeling, and I definitely get goosebumps to this day.
You get goosebumps, but the hard work you put in to get that story, I know what you guys go through. It is amazing the hours you spend on it.
365, 24/7.
Wow. And Mark Daigneault calls timeout here. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. Let's check out some of the best shooting teams out there. The Mavericks, #1. In third, the Thunder.
And here we've got two teams shooting the ball so well on the season, and neither one hesitates to pull the trigger. This is a great matchup.
Gilgeous-Alexander, a screen on Irving. The kick out to Williams. Pass to Holmgren. Good, great play by Williams to set it up.
And with that threat of the outside jumper, Holmgren generates space for this offense.
And again, the basket is good from Jay. Jay's got it at 14.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander, and he tries off the glass, but it's no good. Here's Jay. He's guarded by Williams, and the basket by Jay. 16 points for him.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. The kick out to Williams. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
And you look at the way the league is moving now, Shams, are there less big trades than when you started or more?
Perhaps a little bit less, but listen, the league is trying to keep parity in this league and allow teams to be able to keep their homegrown stars. But there's always going to be plenty of interest, and that level of interest, not only from players from competing teams, but fans' interest, it's never been higher.
And there's never any hesitancy, right? If a team feels they can get better, for whatever reason and however they do it, I don't think there's any hesitancy to pull on the trigger.
Particularly when you're on the cusp of potentially winning a championship or competing, whether it's competing for the playoffs, competing for a title. If you can make one move that takes you from point A to point B, teams and general managers want to do it.
Well said. Now, here's Thompson. They just worked San Antonio in that last game. Buries the long-range jumper. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for Dallas.
You have to give them credit for their defense here in the early stages. I mean, they've shown tremendous anticipation, on the same page as a unit defensively, especially on those block shots.
And something else they've done well tonight is finding points in transition. So far, the fast break has been a plus for them.
And Mark Daigneault calls timeout. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys. Here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. Let's take a look at Dallas. They've got the #1 record in the conference, and because of it, each night out, their competition is going to bring it right at them. And checking out Oklahoma City, right on their tail, vying to move up and take over if they get the chance.
You know, right now, Dallas, they're proving that all the talk we heard about them in the preseason was warranted. What a role this group's been on here early on.
It appears to me, though, that this group has all the ingredients for a special season.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Pretty clear they're dominating that area. They've come out with a lot more energy and effort so far.
And the league continuing, Shams, to tweak the rules around replay review. But would you set a time limit to maybe tweak it a little bit?
Have to, right? Especially some of these games and the way they're ending. It's something to try. If you can't find a cause to really overturn in a minute or two, let's keep this game moving. I think we all love a free-flowing game.
I agree.
And something to like about Holmgren is his ability to run the floor. A 7-footer who can get up the court in a hurry and get to the rim before the D gets set.
This is his first trip to the line tonight.
And on the season, he's just a shade under 80 from the line. I'll bet he'd like to get that up over that mark.
Free throw drops for Holmgren.
What I like about Holmgren, he's a lot more physical than his frame would indicate.
Second free throw, no good. Mavericks leading by 10. And on the way from Irving for three, and Holmgren pulls it down. Dort against Thompson. Dort passes to Williams. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And that one off the back of the rim and in.
And he had a good look, and Gilgeous-Alexander made it pay off.
Pass to Jay. 16 feet away, and it's good. Looking quite sharp with 10 of 12 shooting tonight.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Yeah, shots falling, off to a very good start offensively as a result.
Now Dort. He's covered by Thompson. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Outside, Williams. Shoots the three. It's rebounded by Dallas. We've been following their streak game after game, and right now it's up to 13 in a row.
Just a fun team to watch when you get right to it. I mean, the way they're executing at both ends of the floor, it seems like they're getting better each game. Communication, ball control, ball security, defensively. They are very adaptable, and we've seen how they adjust, always learning and constantly tweaking the winning formula.
Isaiah Joe, he's checked in for Gilgeous-Alexander. And then for Dallas, B.J. Washington comes in for Derek Lively. And it's Exum in for Irving.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it. They're tearing it up on the glass.
And the basket by Jay.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
Williams in the post. It's hauled in by Doncic.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball.
And Charms, I've always wondered, watching you, reading you, when did you first fall in love with the NBA? And when did you decide to cover it?
Really, when I was around 10, 11 years old, I grew up in Chicago right as the Bulls dynasty was starting. I wasn't quite old enough, but I was old enough to see some of those scrappy Bulls teams in the mid-2000s. And basketball was always a part of the national discourse, but also part of my life playing it, and then now being someone that's able to inform the audience and the public.
You know what? I'm looking up and down this table. I think we all feel the exact same way. For three, Williams. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Doncic has got rebound number 5 here tonight.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter. Really seizing the momentum of this game, but doing it with a methodical approach.
And, you know, that involves pounding it inside, getting as many points as you can right at the rim. That demoralizes the team.
And Dort gets it to go.
Yeah, that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
Doncic passes to Jay. The shot's good on the assist by Doncic. Doncic has got his 8th assist here tonight.
Outstanding start from three-point range. Their shooters are on fire.
Really makes them a hard team to guard because they space you out so well.
Now here's Williams, coming off a solid outing against Phoenix. Looking to get back on track here. He takes it up and lays it in. Williams has got 9.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Doncic feeling it out. Here's Jay, and it's Dallas with another.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
Dort with a screen for Williams. And again, Oklahoma City with the triple.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triples.
Unloads from 9, and it's Dallas with another.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And, you know, it's an all-out effort they've come in with. Very aggressive offense so far.
Dallas leading by 12. Exum passes to Jay. 44 seconds left here in the opening quarter. He shoots again. The shot that time not on target. Good D by Holmgren. And it's Williams with the ball for the Oklahoma City Thunder. And there's the call on Klay Thompson. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Already his second foul. He's in danger of getting into serious foul trouble early in this game.
Catching up on the changes for Oklahoma City. Hartenstein's checked in for Holmgren. Wiggins comes in for Dort. And Wallace subbed in for Alex Caruso. The Mavericks also with a sub. Marshall's checked in. Now here's Williams. 12 points for him. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. For Oklahoma City, they have made 2 of their previous 3 free throws in today's game.
And you really got to give them a ton of credit for what they've done at the free throw line this season. How about 82% as a unit?
That's been one of the strongest aspects of this team this season. I mean, there have been very few off nights for them at the free throw line.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's checked in for Oklahoma City. And he's good on the second. Mavericks leading by 11. Doncic with it. Scoreless thus far. 11 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Washington with the screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. Doncic, no good. And so it's the Dallas Mavericks. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. And we've got more M2K Sports coming your way after this break. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And a comfortable margin for the Mavericks here, guys.
Just a terrific first quarter, sparked really by their unselfishness.
Yeah, and you know, so many of their hoops came off an assist, which is a good sign of ball movement and sharing that ball.
On the court for Dallas here in the second, the star backcourt, Doncic and Irving are the guard set. Derek Lively is out there with Daniel Gafford. And it's Marshall in at the 3 spot. Shams, we know you grew up in Chicago. I'm assuming you grew up a Bulls fan. Who didn't? And you had to have a favorite player growing up with those terrific teams.
I was a big-time fan of hoops in general. Definitely someone for me was Kobe Bryant. That someone wasn't a Bulls player. We almost got him one year, but that was someone I grew up watching. Kevin, did you have a favorite team or player growing up?
Well, I love Kobe. I called every season of LeBron and every season of Kobe Bryant, and Bryant actually did stuff for 2K, as you know, not too long ago before his passing. He sat down for a couple hours, but I hate to rank them because Kobe, Jordan, and LeBron are all right there at the very, very top. Hard to beat Jordan, right?
Very hard to beat Jordan. Obviously, the GOAT, the greatest of all time. Kobe, for me, watching growing up, that was the closest thing that I had.
And again, Oklahoma City, no good. Mavericks leading by 16. Throws it up high. And the layup's good off the glass. Marshall's got his first 2 points of the night.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
Gilgeous-Alexander. No good. They had a chance to end the run there.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
Wiggins against Lively. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. Another 3 for Dallas.
Really starting to find himself now, guys, after getting shut out in the first quarter.
And Mark Daigneault calls timeout. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. Quentin Grimes is checked in for Dallas. Thunder trailing by 21. And Shams, we know you are so connected and on top of so many great stories and players and trends in the NBA. I have to ask, what is your, like I'm talking to my teenage daughter, what is your screen time like? You've got to be in front of that computer and clearly in front of your phone every minute, or at least most every minute of every hour of every day.
It's not as high as it needs to be, Kevin, I'll tell you that much. And thankfully, it's not always like that, but certainly at the biggest times of the year, free agency, draft, trade deadline, it is certainly up there, almost in the 19 to 20 range. Kevin, what's your screen time? I feel like you might have a high screen time. You want to be plugged in. I know it.
I take 2 months off in the summer, but for those 10 months, it's 7 days a week, a lot like you. But I know how much happens in the offseason. That's my interest in sitting next to you here courtside tonight, is that you're watching this game, but your mind is always thinking about this and that, and it never ends. Like, you must not get much sleep. You cannot get much sleep, right? My goodness.
We do get sleep, but your offseason is my season, Kevin, and I want to make sure as we get this season going, I'm able to inform you.
And you always do. You always do. Here's Grimes after the made shot from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. 6 to shoot. Here's Doncic. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Doncic has got 10 points in the quarter.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
And he lobs it up toward the rim. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Oh, that's too smooth. I mean, Gilgeous-Alexander with some clever playmaking there.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, Kyrie Irving has teamed up with Luka Doncic. Kai says he's a winner. I'm a winner. We like going against the best. That's where we connect. It's about how we galvanize the rest of the group. I've seen a lot. I've done a lot. I've failed and succeeded at the highest level, and I want to get back to that place. Kevin?
Yeah, and if anybody can do it, it is Kai. Title or bust. Thank you, D.A. Hartenstein can't get it to go. And here are the Mavericks now. They're on a 14-6 run. On its way from Irving for two. Offline from the top of the key.
Boy, defense non-existent there. But they catch a break as he whiffs it.
And the rejection by Gafford. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Mavericks. And we've been following this group's absolute dominant season, winning most games in blowout fashion.
Truly record-setting fashion. Nonetheless, though, it's been demoralizing to teams facing this group. I mean, before halftime, teams are often down by 15 or 20 points. We might be witnessing another blowout in the making here tonight.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Gafford kicks to Doncic. Pass to Grimes. No good from outside. Thunder trailing by 19. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Nailed from three-point land. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 11 points.
One of the things you've got to admire and respect about him is his aggressiveness at the offensive end, always in attack mode.
Here's Lively. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Oklahoma City has gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Wallace misses. Mavericks leading by 16. Grimes passes to Doncic. Rebounded by Joe.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Pass to Hartenstein. There's the triple. Joe can't get it to go.
Tell you what, the defense was lucky there. I mean, leave him that open from range, he'll typically knock it down.
Grimes passes to Doncic. Lively sends a screen for Doncic. His three-pointer's off the mark. Thunder trailing by 16. Here's Wallace. A second chance effort. The shot off that time. Nice D from Doncic. Here's Irving. And it's blocked by Gilgeous-Alexander.
And great read there by SGA. Knew the shot was coming and just trusted his instincts.
On the wing, Wallace. Still scoreless. Wiggins sets a screen for Gilgeous-Alexander. Wide open, couldn't capitalize. Dallas leading by 16. Doncic outside. Pass to Gafford. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Yeah, and they're really getting pummeled on points in the paint here.
Gilgeous-Alexander, that's a two-pointer. And that's good for two. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 11 here in this quarter alone. And we've got a timeout called by Jason Kidd. He wants to regroup and go over the strategy. And a new group in here for the Thunder. Chet Holmgren, he's checked in for Aaron Wiggins. Jalen Williams comes in for Isaiah Joe. Dort, he's checked in for Cason Wallace. And it's Alex Caruso in for Gilgeous-Alexander. Mavericks leading by 16. Doncic passes to Jay. And that one is stuffed right through.
I like Doncic's willingness to share the ball. He wants to see other guys involved in producing.
Oklahoma City's gotten into trouble with the three ball in the second quarter, only hitting 1 of 5 attempts. Now Caruso. No scoring in this one. And it's Dort off the drive. Out left to the wing. Shoots. Caruso, no good.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Pass to Holmgren. Back to Caruso.
Hey, yo, right here.
Dort a screen on Doncic. To the inside. Dort passes to Holmgren. Clock at 4. Williams can't get it to go.
Not sure why he keeps trying his luck from deep here. It's just not his night.
Jay misses.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look, but when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
Dallas making a switch here. Marshall's checked in. Outside, Dort. Williams kicks to Holmgren. It's good. Great play by Williams to set it up. Holmgren's got 7 points in the game.
And playing up-tempo, pro-level ball can be hard for some guys, but Holmgren has easily made the transition.
Here's Jay. All sorts of time, and the jumper is good. Jay's got 4 this quarter.
He's certainly been their go-to guy when it matters most. He's trying to close this one out.
Williams passes to Dort. Holmgren the screen. No good with the triple.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Marshall inside the three-point line. Drops one in from the wing. There's 1:40 left now here in the second. Inside. Here's Holmgren. Yep, that one goes. Holmgren's got his 3rd basket of the night.
And despite the hot start from beyond, they've gotten away from shooting the triple.
And trailing in this game, now is not the time to start playing conservatively. I mean, if you've got an open look from deep, let it go. I mean, you've got to play freely and with confidence.
Well, Shams, we appreciate you stopping by. We know you got a lot of things to do, a lot on your plate. Your phone's going bananas. It's lighting up about every 15 seconds. You go take care of that. We'll see you back here next time.
I can always make time for you guys. Kevin, appreciate you guys having me on.
Shams Charania, the best. Thank you so much. Great stuff right there from Shams, one of the most plugged-in people in the world of basketball.
Hey, I mean, if something is going down that's big news, Shams is the first to get a hold of it. He knows everybody around the NBA.
Now here's Thompson. He's got 6. The wing jumper off target. 44 seconds left in the first half of basketball. And Williams, here we go. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Doncic has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Bucket is good. And the Mavericks lead by 21.
Just muscling his way through the contact. How about the strength from Washington?
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Screen by Hartenstein. Dort misses.
He's cooled down a little bit after draining those 2 3-pointers in the first quarter.
Here's Thompson. And a little luck that time, but it drops. Thompson's got 8 points. And here is Williams. Going inside. A dominating first half of basketball. And so far, hasn't been close. It's Dallas delivering the blowout. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
Howdy, folks. I know you've all been clamoring to find out how the Rookie of the Year race is looking, and we are not letting you down.
Some great options in there. In fact, these guys might compete for all-star spots for the next few years.
That's a big leap, Kenny. 1 or 2 of them, maybe, but most guys don't ever get to that level.
And getting back to our current contest, very impressive first-half performance for the Dallas Mavericks.
Well, they were the tougher team in that half, and it showed up in a number of ways. Just look at the rebounding numbers, Ernie.
Yeah, that differential really sticks out. It's one of the ways they overwhelm you. Thanks for joining us. Now let's toss it to Kevin Harlan for the start of the second half.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. It's been one outstanding game from Jay.
Well, with a double-double in hand through 2 quarters, you can just imagine what his stat line will look like at the end of this one.
Yeah, he's got that locked-in look in his eyes tonight, and he's not going to start taking it easy. I think he's going to be going hard until that final whistle blows.
Analytics or the eye test? The optics or the numbers in front, Greg? When you're judging the performance of a player, what kind of criteria do you use?
Well, an MVP candidate recently said, my eye test tells me this guy's a terrible defender, but the analytics tell me he's a great defender. I'm confused, and I often feel the same way.
In the backcourt, we'll see Gilgeous-Alexander and Caruso. Dort and Williams up in the forward positions. And it's Holmgren in its center. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City. Here's Jay after Oklahoma City gets the three. Well, you look at these role players the Mavs have, Clark. They've done a great job.
They really have, Kevin. I mean, the front office identified who the players were that could best play with their core stars. Needed defenders and guys that could catch and shoot the three. They went out and loaded up the roster with those perfectly fitting role players.
And Jay gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him. Caruso against Irving. And that one's good, Caruso.
And it's encouraging to see Dort drop dimes like that, wanting to round out this part of his game.
Got that one up quick. 41 points for Jay.
Oh, it's scary because he's just been a matchup nightmare in this game. He's eaten up anybody they've thrown at him.
To the paint. Here's Williams. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and Coach knows it.
Showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. They're going to ride him as far as he can take him.
Got him with the pump fake. Savvy move right there. Jay's got 43 points.
What a competitor. He's been looking for a shot all game long, and he's really shouldered the load for them offensively.
Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Dort with a screen for Gilgeous-Alexander. Off target from three-point range.
Yeah, but they're 3 of 4 to start the second half.
Irving passes to Jay. Thompson for the triple. And the 3 ball is good. Thompson's got 11 points.
They're doing work here in the second half. 3 of 4 to start.
Outside Williams. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. And the dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
And watch out for SGA going to the basket. He will put it on your head if you're not watching.
Jay. Rebound by Williams. Williams has got 5 rebounds tonight. To the middle. Here's Holmgren. Jay with the rebound. Jay's got it. Well, we're into the third quarter. Just over 2.5 minutes played.
That's simply an outstanding play, working the size mismatch right at the rim.
And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for the Thunder. Williams kicks to Gilgeous-Alexander. Holmgren with a screen on Doncic. Gilgeous-Alexander can't get it to go. The Mavericks have gone 4 of 6 from the field since the start of the third. It's stolen by Dort. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Williams. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Caruso. On the wing, Gilgeous-Alexander. He's covered by Irving. The Thunder with another miss. Dallas has gotten the three-point bug tonight. They've taken 15 shots outside the arc. 6 of 15.
Yeah, he just flat-out tricked that one, missed it, and has no one to blame but himself.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Following the miss by Kyrie Irving. At the top of the key, Holmgren. Clock at 6. Caruso, the pass to Williams. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. Got a piece of it. And it's out of bounds. Oklahoma City able to retain possession here. Spencer Dinwiddie's checked in for Doncic. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Mavericks with the rebound.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
To me, it appears he's starting to lose his composure a little bit. We'll see if he can regroup and get back into a better rhythm. He still hasn't been able to convert from the field. He's just struggling to find his shot.
And it's out of bounds. The Thunder able to retain possession. Daniel Gafford's checked in for Dallas. Irving against Caruso. Shot's good by Williams.
He's starting to heat up from outside. That's his second this half.
Mavericks leading by 22. There's Dinwiddie. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. Buries it from three-point range.
Boy, Dinwiddie does not hesitate to go right back at a guy when he's been scored on. He wants a three of his own that time.
Dinwiddie against Gilgeous-Alexander. Over in the corner, Williams. The shot's good. Gilgeous-Alexander making the play. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 3 assists tonight. Here we are sizing up GA Jalen Williams, and his shooting has got to be his biggest strength.
Absolutely. He's great at spacing the floor for his teammates with his catch and shoot abilities, but he's equally gifted shooting off the dribble.
And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. The Mavericks at last season's trade deadline added length by acquiring Daniel Gafford and P.J. Washington. Coach Jason Kidd says they help on both ends. Gafford has the ability to roll, has great hands. P.J. can put the ball on the floor and guard 1 through 5. And then defensively, they both bring physicality. Kevin?
David, there is an argument to be made. That was one of the best trades at midseason this league has seen in a very long time. Here's Jay. What an incredible scoring display he has put on tonight. And again, that gives him 51.
Making it look easy. And really the story of this second half, one team getting the shots they want, the other not so much.
And that's why you have such a huge gap in the shooting numbers between the teams.
Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over. And Oklahoma City making a change here. Hartenstein's checked in. Then for the Mavericks, Exum, he's checked in for Thompson. And it's Quentin Grimes in for Kyrie Irving. And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for the Thunder. That will be a getaway game for them, a one-game road trip. Basket counts. Holmgren's got 11 points.
It's an incredible advantage to have a 7-footer who can shoot like Holmgren.
Pass to Jay. Dinwiddie surveying the floor. Shot clock at 6. Shot from the top of the key. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Williams has got his 6th rebound on the night. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander in the corner. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. Holmgren wide open. Rebounded by Gafford. Dallas has gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. Jay, he got it again. Sensational. He's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
You get the sense he just can't miss.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Dinwiddie. For 3, Holmgren. It's rebounded by Dallas.
But still, eventually you got to feel like he'll start knocking those down again.
Pass to Grimes. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Holmgren's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Here's Hartenstein. The tray. Holmgren can't hit.
Boy, just cannot buy a bucket, guys. I'll tell you what, that's a painful quarter for him, and it's painful for me to watch, too.
Gilgeous-Alexander comes with the double team. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. Regarding court layout, Clark, do you think there should be more space around the court to reduce collisions?
Yeah, part of me would say that makes a lot of sense and would be prudent. I mean, you've got to balance that with access to fans who want to be for those premium seats as close to the action as possible. But it is difficult when you see a fan collide with the players. So I think you balance it. I would like to see a little more room, give the fans the experience and access, but maybe create a little more cushion between the playing surface and those high-priced seats. Could have been much better defense. I mean, you can't give this guy any room to operate.
Outside Williams. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Three-pointer. Bangs home the trifecta. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 18 points.
1 triple for him in the first half. Now he's hit another.
Now here's Exum. Nothing on the board. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. The Thunder shooting just 35%. They've got to get better looks. Beyond the arc. And again, Oklahoma City with the triple.
And you know, he's going to continue to bury those if that's how they're going to D him up.
Dinwiddie kicks to Exum. Unloads from 13. And the jumper is on the mark.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
Now here's Holmgren. He's got 11.
Nothing's going his way since the horn. I mean, looks like he used up all his makes in the last quarter.
Washington sets the pick for Exum. Washington against Hartenstein. Out of bounds, Oklahoma City takes possession. Aaron Wiggins, he's checked in for the Thunder. Isaiah Joe comes in for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Dallas. Oklahoma City shooting right around 41% from the field in quarter 3. Last season, the Thunder finished as the 1 seed for the first time since 2013.
Yeah, and that was when they were led by the young duo of Durant and Westbrook. But they've got a new group of young stars now who are looking to bring that first championship to OKC.
Here's Exum. The Thunder making the shot. Marshall with the steal. Back to Dinwiddie. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points, so 1 free throw coming up.
You know, in that first half, a lot more three-point shooting. Since then, though, they've dialed it back.
Dallas shooting their 5th free throw of the game here. Cason Wallace, he's checked in for Alex Caruso. Well, we know, GA, the Mavs are so adept at hunting the matchups they want. They're patient and methodical.
Yeah, they never look like they're in a rush, right? Even when you send a double or trap the ball, the Mavs stay calm and know where to go. It's what makes slowing down their pick and roll so difficult.
Now, here's Marshall. 7 points in the game. Pass to Dinwiddie. 1:15 left to play in the third. Here's Exum. It's rebounded by Hartenstein. Hartenstein's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Joe can't get it to go. And here's Marshall bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. Following this one, they get to host the Pelicans. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. Kicks it out to Dinwiddie. Marshall sets a screen for Dinwiddie. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Offline with his 3.
That's a look you cannot pass up. It's also one you shouldn't miss.
Outside Williams. Launches it. No good on that one. Dallas has gone to the three-point shot 8 times already in the second half and hit 4 of them. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Lets it go. Dallas, no good that time either.
He's got to be disappointed with himself on that one. He has got to knock those down.
Here's Joe. Lays it up and banks it in. Joe's got 7 points in the game.
And you're going to take as many of those high percentage shots as you can get.
Dinwiddie for 3. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. The Mavericks on top, just dominating this one. And for 2K Sports, we'll be back here at Paycom Center right after this. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Boy, that's a nice asset to have. It's a huge boost to any offense, too. It adds a whole nother dimension when you've got a big guy that can pass.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. On the floor for Dallas starting the fourth quarter here. They've got Maxi Kleber. Spencer Dinwiddie out there with Exum. Then there's Dwight Powell. And it's Marshall in at the 3. Here's Exum. After the made shot from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Gilgeous-Alexander against Dinwiddie. To the paint. He's looking for Kleber and finds him.
Exactly what you've come to expect from Dinwiddie, a true combo guard who'll spread it around for you.
Wallace right side. On the wing, Wiggins. Back to Wallace. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. Joe finds Hartenstein. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Lets it go from the wing. He can't get that one. Dinwiddie outside. Just over a minute played here in the fourth. Kleber, the pass to Powell. Dinwiddie for 3. And he's good on the 3 ball. Dinwiddie's got 9 points here in the second half. Gilgeous-Alexander with it. Wiggins, a screen on Dinwiddie. That doesn't go either for Gilgeous-Alexander.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Powell dishes to Dinwiddie. It's deflected. Now Joe. Down low. Here's Hartenstein, and the shot goes in.
It's never easy trying to keep him off the glass. He's an absolute beast down there.
Dinwiddie against Gilgeous-Alexander. Dinwiddie right side. Pass to Marshall. Exum with it. No good there. Nice defense from Wallace.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off.
And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Wiggins, a screen on Dinwiddie. He lobs up the alley-oop pass, and the dunk by Hartenstein.
And he pulls off the Houdini to make that catch and slam it through.
Stupendous alley-oop.
And the crowd got their jaws dropped on that one. Total disbelief.
Oh, just a picture-perfect alley-oop. You gotta love that one, Kevin.
A little surprised, Greg. He didn't go for the big slam, but it works just the same.
It actually almost makes it a little more special. Grace over power is how I would look at it.
Offensive rebound, Hartenstein, and good work on the boards. They pick up the second chance points.
How about the perseverance there, the extra effort on that offensive glass?
Dinwiddie passes to Exum. Dinwiddie sets the screen for Exum. Sinks the triple.
And after a scoreless first half, you're starting to see signs of life here in the second.
Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Gilgeous-Alexander can't get it to go.
He's having a tough quarter, scoring the basketball, unable to help them close this gap.
And Marshall kicks to Exum. Kleba sets the screen for Exum. And a miss there on the triple.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
Wiggins outside. And Greg, everyone loves talking trades. Future first-round picks have been moved quite a bit of late, and that's been kind of interesting.
And, Kevin, a lot of teams that don't control any of their future first-round picks. With so much pressure to win now, GMs are willing to use draft assets.
Now, here's Dinwiddie. From downtown, it's rebounded by Hartenstein. Hartenstein's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Gilgeous-Alexander looking around, and it's good from the elbow. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 22.
And this is SGA's role. He's out here to score and score often.
Powell with a screen on Wallace. Inside, and that one good. Powell's got his first basket. And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for the Oklahoma City Thunder. To the inside. Pass to Hartenstein. Dinwiddie against Gilgeous-Alexander. And they pick up 2.
And good work inside. SGA will make more room for himself on the perimeter when he can be effective down low.
Now here's Dinwiddie. In the corner, Powell with it. 6 on the shot clock. Marshall sets a screen for Kleba. Misses the 3.
You know, defensively, you just can't afford to give him that much room. They're fortunate that he missed that one.
Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. And Gilgeous-Alexander throws it down.
Yeah, he's been hooping, but the rest of the team, not so much.
Dinwiddie passes to Exum. On the wing, Dinwiddie. Gilgeous-Alexander covering. And that's good. Spencer Dinwiddie for 3. Dinwiddie's got 6 here in this quarter. Wallace looking for an opening. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Shoots over Dinwiddie. Gilgeous-Alexander can't get it to go. Dallas has gotten 3 of their 6 three-pointers to fall here in the 4th. Exum passes to Dinwiddie. Oh, that was close. He draws the foul. He'll shoot 2. And Greg, despite not winning Rookie of the Year, Holmgren had a historic start to his career.
And he would have won the award most seasons, but he obviously had some stiff competition. Regardless, he proved to be a versatile big man with star potential.
The free throw drops for Dinwiddie. And Greg, at the time Kyrie joined Dallas, there were some questions around how he and Doncic would fit together.
Yeah, well, Dallas needed another ball handler who could score and make plays for others. Doncic couldn't do it all by himself, especially in the postseason. Now they're trying to build around those two guys.
Back when you played, Greg, the offseason was more of a dead period for the league. Not anymore. They want to make it year-round. Every month, something's going on.
Kevin, I love Vegas Summer League. It's given us some extra hoops. It's created a ton of excitement for the future. And also the trades and signings. The NBA is a 12-month-a-year league.
And the Mavericks with possession here after Oklahoma City gets the three. Lively a screen on Dort. Here's Exum. Right wing. The shot by Kleba. Wide open. From outside off the mark. Oklahoma City's gone 1 of 2 from three-point line.
Oh! And how about just floating to the rim on that?
And the Mavericks with some changes. Jay's checked in for Maxi Kleba. Thompson comes in for Exum. And Doncic is subbed in for Dinwiddie.
Yo, set it up.
Here's Jay. On the wing, Doncic. Thompson in the corner. Doncic dishes to Thompson. The shot's good on the assist by Doncic.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
Yeah, I'd be confident too, as a matter of fact. I mean, if you're stacking up threes the way he is, I mean, he's doing all his work from behind the arc.
And here is Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Caruso. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. The NBA has always been a star-driven league, Greg, and that's reflected in team strategies now more than ever before.
It is. All over the league, teams now building their systems around their stars, surrounding them with complementary players and running the offense through them as much as possible.
Here's Jay after the made shot from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Jay. Pass to Thompson. Shot clock at 3. Off target with the open look. Outside, Dort. Gilgeous-Alexander against Doncic. And here is Holmgren. That's in for his 5th field goal of the game. Makes him 5 for 12 so far.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for Dallas.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win, a game that not many will soon forget, and on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And so this will now translate to 14 wins on the season.
And this is a great way for them to kick off this season series. 2 more games ahead, and they've taken the mental advantage with this win tonight.
Yeah, I don't think it'll play out quite that simply, though. The team coming out on the losing end of Game 1 is just that much more motivated to get even in Game 2 and 3. So I think the edge goes to the losing team.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Jay.
Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in. And if it didn't, everyone was surprised.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Gilgeous-Alexander finds Caruso. Here's Holmgren. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And that 7-foot frame of Holmgren makes him so difficult to guard.
And he knocks down the first one. And so he hits both. 17 seconds left in the game. Well, for the Mavericks, they can just run out the clock. And another one falls.
A 60-piece. Goodness. and it's not his first of the season.
Well, he is tied for the fourth most 60-point games during a single season. Just incredible. So no problem for Dallas as they get the win. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect.
You earned that one.
Another day, another win. Good work. Get the popcorn ready. It's game time.
Like those kicks, MP?
The NBA on 2K Sports, presenting an exciting Monday night game. Hi, folks. Brian Anderson here. A chance to check out Dallas's upcoming schedule. On Wednesday, they'll be matching up against Karl Anthony Towns and the New York Knicks. And then on Saturday, they'll begin a road trip starting in Utah, going up against the Jazz.
Looking at this stretch, they should have little issues beating most of their opponents. They just need to keep the intensity up and avoid playing down to their competition.
And MP said he wanted to outplay every player in his rookie class. Easy to say, much harder to do.
We know full well how much hype there was behind MP coming into this league, and he was bold to suggest in public that he wants to be the best in his rookie class. And so far, MP hasn't let us down one bit. He's been electrifying and living up to his word.
So the opening lineup for the Mavericks. The two stars in the backcourt, Luka and Kyrie. Then it's Daniel Gafford. Then there's Dante Exum. And it's Jay in at the 4. And in the second game of a back-to-back, it must be hard to keep your energy up on consecutive nights.
Well, that's why we see so many coaches sit healthy players for the second game. But the NBA has done a great job over the past 4 or 5 seasons cutting back on back-to-back nights where games are scheduled. And the players spoke up, and the league listened.
Here's Jay, covered by Johnson. Here's Jay. Takes a big high bounce and goes in. And here's Young. He'll bring it up for Atlanta. Well, they put up a nice win against Chicago last time out.
They were so consistent from the three-point range in that one, and that's a nice weapon to have as a visiting team.
Yeah, the interesting part was they kept firing away in that game, but the defense didn't make much of an adjustment. Gotta love the effort there. An undersized 4 who can really make things happen with that leaping ability.
A nice shot by Doncic.
Along with everything else, Doncic is a knockdown three-point shooter.
The Hawks have gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Outside Johnson. Pass to Young. And again, it's Atlanta.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
Oh, there's the alley. It's stolen. Now, if you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Here's Young. He is hauled in by Exum. For Dallas, they've gone 3 of 4. Off to a nice start. And you look at the history of the Hawks. Brent, they've won 1 NBA championship. That was back in 1958.
Yeah, B.A., tough for people in Atlanta to even recognize that because the team wasn't there in 58. They were in St. Louis, and they were led by the great Bob Pettit, who was one of the first really impressive, agile big man of his era.
And we're joined now by Shams Charania. He's calling in with a story. Good to have you, Shams. What's going on?
Thanks, guys. Well, after their three-point shooting abandoned them in the finals, the Mavericks have addressed that shortcoming in a major way, acquiring one of the Splash Brothers, Klay Thompson. Klay is eager for a fresh start and an opportunity, I'm told, to add another ring to his championship resume. This should be a match made in heaven.
Without a doubt. Shams Charania with the report. Thanks, Shams. Dallas shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. First one falls for him. And 6-man, a common term in basketball, has a unique meaning for the Atlanta Hawks, Grant.
Yeah, it's the name of their fan base. Extremely loyal and passionate. And they've swayed the outcome of games.
The Hawks making a switch here. Nance is checked in. Bogdanovich on the wing. No good on the 3. The Mavericks leading. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, I did have a chance to talk with head coach Quinn Snyder. I asked Coach how they plan to defend Kyrie Irving. He laughed and said, "That's top secret, but seriously, Irving's got those moves, the counter moves, the incredible finishing around the rim, and sometimes you just hope Kyrie has an off night." We'll see how locked in Kyrie is tonight, guys.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie. Clock at 6. Johnson passes to Nance. From 7 feet. Beat the shot clock, but it's off the mark. The Mavericks lead by 4. To the inside, Jay. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Jay's got 10 points.
And they've settled in quickly today. A nice flow and rhythm to their offense.
Outside Johnson. Down low. With the slam.
It's just so easy the way Larry Nance Jr. just gets up off the floor.
And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Dallas Mavericks. And this team is in a fantastic rhythm right now. They've won 17 straight games.
I mean, it's been a lot of fun to watch these guys and how much they're enjoying this. Every team they face is trying to end this big run. I've been on both sides of the game like tonight's, and I'll tell you what, it's tough to keep up a streak. Gotta love the pressure.
Beyond the arc. Bogdanovich, no good.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
On the wing, Irving. Here's the pick. This one for 3. The offensive rebound. Another shot. And it's Jay missing. Hawks trail by 6. Shoots. And he wills that one in, sinking it right through the back of the iron.
Great strides in honing in his shot, looking more and more comfortable on the offensive end is Bogdanovich.
Here's Jay. Tips it. It's good on the putback.
Big time effort on the glass.
And when you have a touch that soft, those tip-ins are easier to make. The Hawks have gone 6 of 11 so far. Outside Johnson. Nance outside. Pass to Bogdanovich. Now Young. Guarded by Doncic. Young can't hit.
I don't think the defense does enough out there to bother him. I think that one's all on him. Just a flat-out miss.
A nice shot by Doncic. Doncic has got his third basket on the night right there.
And what's working here? Each guy is willing to make the next pass.
Nance right side. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. To the middle. Here's Jay. And good. Coming on the assist by Irving. Jay's got 14 points for the game.
And he's got a lot to do with the position that they're in. A very smart offensive performance tonight from him.
Outside Young to win the run. And it's Irving with a rebound. The Mavericks lead by 11. Pass to Doncic. Inside. And that one's good. Jay, 16 points for him.
And now almost all their points coming from the paint.
Johnson with it. Capella with it. No points so far. Johnson passes to Young. Up and over Doncic. And once again off the mark by Atlanta.
Things are going south right now. This is not the type of shooting that his teammates expect from him.
Hawks trail by 13. Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
To the paint. Here's Young. And he converts the layup.
Great job by Young there. Not settling for a jumper and getting that ball close in.
Dallas has gone 2 for 4 from range to start things off. And looking at Trae Young, Brent, his teams always finish in the top 10 in offensive rating.
Yeah, for Trae, those teams he's played on have normally been in the top 5, along with playing at a top 10 pace. So when he has the ball in his hands and he's coming at you, very difficult to stop. Young's so talented, you're basically guaranteed to have a good offensive team.
Nance outside. Pass to Bogdanovich. And here's Young. Here's the three. Pure from three-point range.
This is a one-man show right now. He's on a mission to get him out of this hole.
Here's Doncic. Again, the Mavericks good for 2 more.
Just how awesome is it to watch the best of the best start to dominate in a game.
Outside Johnson. Pass to Capella. Now here's Young. And there's the rejection. Doncic outside. Here's Jay. The rebound by Bogdanovich.
I admire the play call. They just couldn't capitalize.
Yeah, an efficient offensive possession. They found the look that they wanted, just didn't go in.
Throws it up high. And the dunk by Gafford.
And how about the bounciness of DG, Daniel Gafford, into the air with ease.
Hawks trail by 14. To the inside. Here's Capella. And the slam dunk by Capella.
Yeah, undersized guys with athleticism do these kind of things, playing above the rim. Love to see him get up like that.
And Atlanta making a change here. Daniels is checked in. Washington's checked in for Dallas. Klay Thompson comes in for Exum. Well, Grant, aside from making the East Finals in 2021, how would you assess Trae Young's teams?
Well, they're always solid offensive teams. But Trae is the type of player that you need to surround with defensive-minded guys. And he hasn't really had that.
Pass to Daniels. There's the screen by Johnson. Three-pointer. Daniels misses. Dallas leading by 14. Here's Jay, coming off an unbelievable high-scoring game. Basket is good. Nice setup from Irving. Irving's got his 3rd assist of the night.
This has been just a dreadful start for them defensively. Not good at all.
Daniels passes to Johnson. Here's Nance. There's Bogdanovich with the 3. Sends it home from three-point land. Bogdanovich has got his 2nd bucket on the night. And Doncic has got the ball here for the Dallas Mavericks. And going against Atlanta, their first meeting on the year.
They dropped both games against this team last season. Just a shellacking they don't want to repeat. They've shown so much energy right from the start, particularly on the offensive end.
Yeah, if you walked in at any point during this game to watch 5 minutes of play, one team played harder. We know who that was.
Here's Jay. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Jay's got 22 points.
And he's carried them this quarter. A dominant offensive stretch.
Hawks trail by 16. Outside Bogdanovich. Pass to Capella. Here's Johnson, defended by Thompson. Here's Nance. Mavericks with the rebound.
They're playing with a lot of energy tonight. We can see that in their dominance on the glass.
Here's Jay, covered by Johnson. No good that time. 3 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Down low. And Nance with the slam.
Well, Larry Nance Jr. moves well out there.
Quinn Snyder here calling timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here. Here's Jay, covered by Johnson. Here's Jay. Rebounded by Johnson. Hawks trail by 9. So the Mavericks 5 right now. Spencer Dinwiddie is out there with Kyrie Irving. Then it's Daniel Gafford, and it's Jay in at the 4-man position. For Dallas, they've gotten 2 of 5 shots to fall this second quarter. Ooh, the turnaround jumper, count it. He's got 24.
Well, a little mid-ranger is going to be an easy shot for him when he's got that much of a size advantage.
Here's Matthews. He's guarded by Irving.
Well, he's a guy that count on to produce from the mid-range. He doesn't miss too many open looks from there.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian. Jalen Johnson is developing the complete game. He said, I watch the guys who do everything. That's my mindset. I want to be at least solid in every department and then keep building on that, adding bits and pieces here and there. Brian, his versatility is already drawing attention league-wide.
Yeah, there's no question about that, Allie. Thank you. Grant, you played on some very tight-knit teams. Talk to us about chemistry.
Well, B.A., in some sports, chemistry is not a big issue, but in basketball, it is huge. You have to trust and believe in your teammates, and it has to be a unit, not 5 separate individuals.
Zeller's checked in for Johnson. Here's Daniels. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. There's a screen. Fires for 3. And the rebound goes to Dallas. Irving's got 4 rebounds in the game.
And they're up considerably. Out of the way!
Wow!
They've been very well-rounded and extremely focused.
Coaching staff probably most proud of the effort of this team on both ends of the floor here tonight.
On the AT&T 5G Slam Cam, good looks by our terrific camera crew. Daniels. And once again, off the mark by Atlanta. Dallas leading by 16. Irving, the pass to Jay. And he makes it on the layup.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
Here's Daniels. He had 9 points in his last time out. Matthews passes to Daniels. To the middle. Here's Zeller. Gafford with the block.
The length of Gafford, a difference maker defensively here.
Here's Jay, defended by Zeller. Pass to Gafford, out to the right wing. Gafford the screen. Here's Grimes. Zeller with the rebound. Hawks trail by 18. Now Nance. And that's out of bounds. It was last touched by Nance. And a moment now to take a look at a terrific player who has earned the Player of the Week in the Western Conference.
His offensive effort has really gone unmatched as of late. When it comes to that end of the floor, he's been accurate and explosive. Hard for any defense to keep up with that.
Capella, he's checked in for the Hawks. Trae Young comes in for Matthews. Exum's checked in for Dallas. Connects from downtown. Jay's got 32 points.
Down the stretch, he's been flat out awesome. He helped them get the lead, and now he's making sure they keep it.
Well, Grant, as long as the Mavs have Luka Doncic, they'll be a contender in the West.
Yeah, no doubt. Luka is the special guy who can carry a team. He's an MVP candidate year in and year out, and Dallas is just very lucky to have him.
And Quinn Snyder decides to call timeout. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. Okay, a chance to look at some numbers for him.
He's been really dialed in from deep during these last 5 games. Looking assertive and in control every time he rises up to shoot from beyond the three-point line. And it's been fun to watch.
On the wing, Daniels. Nance outside. Pass to Roddy. Out left to the wing. Young, the pass to Nance. 6 on the shot clock. And Nance with the slam.
Everything working right now for Larry Nance Jr. He's got to love the way this game is shaping up.
Here's Jay. Nance pulls down the board. Hawks trail by 19. Inside. Here's Roddy. Gafford grabs the miss. Gafford's got 6 rebounds here tonight. And Dallas with possession. It's a 12-2 run here. Good pace. Irving for 3. And Dallas hits again from deep.
And that is just money from Kyrie. He's so dangerous from outside the three-point line.
Young looking around. Pass to Daniels. Here's Roddy. Let's go with a 3. The Mavericks pull it in. Gafford's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Here's Jay. He's guarded by Nance. And it falls all over the rim and in. Jay's got 12 now in this quarter.
Now that basket must be widening out right now. He's making almost every shot he's putting up this quarter. This can make it so much easier for your teammate when you throw that lead pass that gets to him right on the money, whether that's on the run or in the shooting pocket.
Here's Jay. And good. Coming on the assist by Irving. Irving's got 6 assists now in the game. And for the Hawks, they're shooting 40% in the second quarter so far. Here's Young. The rebound by Jay. Dallas has gone 6 of 9 from three-point range. Hits the rim on the way in, and the bucket is good. Jay's got 39. And Young has got the ball here for Atlanta. Capella screen on Irving. Young from long range. He nails it. That's his 5th make in 11 tries.
It's all about smart choices, and Trae Young's making them right now.
Outside Irving. Pass to Jay. Fires from deep. The rebound by Atlanta. Outside Young from 17. And he's 6 for 12 after that one.
And this guy has some unreal range. Young can make it work from just about anywhere.
Irving, the pass to Jay. Exum outside. Pass to Irving. Shot clock at 6. And down it goes. 2 points. Irving's got 9 points.
That's more like it, rounding into form after a very, very difficult first quarter.
Here's Daniels. Still without a bucket. Outside Young. Nance with a screen on Irving. Young from long range.
And he's doing things on the glass tonight that we don't often see.
Well, this kind of effort will energize the team and get you going, just gobbling up every board.
To the wing on the left. Here's Jay. Give him 39. Pass to Daniels. Here's Roddy. Nance, the pass to Daniels. The three is up. The rebound by Jay.
Well, if he's going to keep shooting, they've got to run some plays for him. Screens, pick and rolls, anything they can do to get him started.
For three. Not going to go that time. Well, the Hawks shooting 47% on this one. Looking efficient. Nance outside. Pass to Daniels. Down low. And Gafford with the block. Jay, the pass to Gafford. And it goes. As the official calls the foul, count it, and he'll shoot one more at the line. All right, guys, what's your take on the hustle stats for Dallas?
Well, so far they've been immensely aggressive on the defensive side, denying easy shots, and it's made a difference in the game.
Well, they've done a great job tonight of getting out in transition, so that focus on fast break, that'll add to your total in a hurry.
That free throw good from Gafford. Over the last few years, Atlanta struggled defensively, Graham.
Yeah, the Hawks haven't been better than 20th in defensive rating since 2017. They've had some great offensive teams during that time, but their defense has held them back.
And the bucket is good.
It's a pretty soft touch for Bogdanovich, trying to do some damage on the inside now.
Doncic passes to Lively. And here's Thompson for three. Rebounded by Johnson. Johnson's got 4 rebounds in the game. Young against Doncic. Right side Young. Bogdanovich on the wing. Lets the three fly, and the three-pointer goes. Bogdanovich has got 5 points now in the quarter.
They've struggled, but hey, you cannot lay it at his feet. Offensively, he's getting it done.
Doncic is doubled. Outside for Irving. The shot is good. Doncic making the play. Irving's got 12 points in the game.
Well, he made some kind of adjustment to his game after a poor first half. He's been impressive shooting the ball during the second.
Outside Young. The kick out to Johnson. Takes the three. No good.
Well, the fact that he has that many rebounds for a guy of his size and stature shows you he truly cares about grabbing possessions off the rim.
And so it's the Dallas Mavericks up 25 big ones as we head into the next period. It hasn't taken them too many shots to get their points. They're winning with efficiency. Back after this.
Welcome to the half, as we first take a quick glance at the injury report from around the league.
Yeah, when you take a guy like Chris Middleton out the lineup, it impacts everyone. He draws a lot of defensive attention, and that opens up things for others.
And defensively, he can lock you down. This just isn't the same team without him. And time to talk now about that first half. What a dominant display for the Dallas Mavericks.
It's one-sided on the scoreboard. Also in the rebounding column, they're hammering on these guys. This is how you blow a team out.
Yep, secure those boards, good things happen. Scientifically proven.
Thanks for joining us. Time to head back over to the third quarter with Brian Anderson.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it's been a runaway. Johnson at the 4 with Capella at the 5. Bogdanovich and Rizachet, the wingmen. And it's Young in at the point guard. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Quinn Snyder. There's the triple. Mavericks with a rebound. Gafford's got rebound number 8 here already in the game. And that one's good. Jay's got 41.
A great move. I mean, the defense has no response.
Well, just ripping through right there as he finds the open spot and gets right through there. High basketball IQ play.
And out on the wings, Zach Rizachet has so many things scouts are looking for these days.
Yeah, B.A., this guy has tremendous potential as a two-way threat. Great length, good athleticism, and his jump shot could be elite.
He drops the first.
Rizachet does things with the ball in his hands that not many of these rookies can do.
And so he hits both. And you got to give this Dallas front office credit for how they've acquired quality role players, Grant.
Well, B.A. in particular adding length and athleticism. That's helped them defensively, as well as providing some lob targets for Luka and Kyrie.
Timeout called. The Mavericks. He lobs it up to the rim. Stolen by Capella. Here's Rizachet to the paint. And it's Capella with the jam.
Using his length that time, Capella up top to slam it down.
Here's Jay. The rebound by Atlanta. Right side Young. Driving to the basket. It's hauled in by Luka Doncic. The Mavericks lead by 23. The 3 is up. And it's Jay missing. There's Bogdanovich with the 3. That's in. Coming off an assist from Young. Young's got 5 assists tonight.
Bogdanovich has such a nice repeatable motion on his perimeter game. Beautiful 3-ball there.
Here's Jay. And he's got 41 now. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
The third quarter has not started well. Just 1 of 4.
The kick out to Johnson. And a miss there on the triple. And so it's Irving who brings up the ball for Dallas. Jay knocks down the long Jay. Jay's got 44.
Well, Irving is an excellent facilitator. He's going to have those big openings. He'll take advantage.
Doncic against Young.
And that's number 4. Definitely something to keep track of as we move forward.
Just under 2.5 minutes into this third quarter now. Outside Johnson. They get it again. Goes back up. And he gets the jumper to drop. Johnson's got 6 points.
And this is why the coaching staff just continues to encourage Jalen Johnson. Dynamite off the catch.
Doncic outside. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Just great offense. The screen freeing him up for the slam.
Hey, without that screen, he doesn't get a clean look at the rim.
Yeah, why settle for the layup when you can attack the rim and rise up like that?
Here's Rizachet. It's hauled in by Exum. Dallas leading by 23. Here's Jay. And that one's good. Jay's got 48.
I mean, he is at his best when it matters most. This game is theirs as long as he can keep this up.
Outside Johnson. Back to Young. Gafford grabs the miss. Gafford's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Second half here, and we're just good. He hits again.
Putting on a scoring clinic.
Hey, it's become an old habit. He's tied for the 4th most 50-point games in a single season.
Think about this. This is his 9th 50-piece, tying the great Wilt Chamberlain. Kobe's 10 is next up at 3.
Young misses. The Mavericks have gotten 5 of 8 shots to go in the third. It's Exum on the wing, defended by Bogdanovich. Tries the spin move. Jay. He got it again! Sensational!
That's 52 points for him.
Making it all look too easy right now. Now here's Bogdanovich. 13 points in the game. Knocks down the triple.
Just incredible. I mean, he's really making it rain out there, knocking them down one after another.
Kind of like he's in his living room right now. He's found a comfort zone. Once he gets that, the defense knows they're in trouble.
Everything is dropping for them. Just a terrific third period run.
Well, with the confidence growing, that's one thing, but they seem to be getting more intense, and that's helping the quality of their play here.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Brian, the Mavericks are making moves to surround Luka and Kyrie with talent. Now they've given up a lot of draft picks, but that's what you do when you have superstars in their prime. With their beefed-up roster, Coach Jason Kidd says, we are deep. This is the first time the Mavs have been deep in a very long time. Brian?
Yeah, I haven't been able to hear that in a while. They've got some players now, Allie. The 3 from Rizachet. The Mavericks pull it in. Jay's got rebound number 13 for him here tonight. And out of bounds, Atlanta will have it. Washington's checked in for the Mavericks. Marshall comes in for Exum. Now Young. He's got 15. A good look from Johnson. That's in. Coming off an assist from Young. Young's got 6 assists here tonight. Doncic passes to Irving. Here's Marshall. Yet to see a basket. Doncic outside. Shoots over Young. And it's Doncic missing. Atlanta's gone 2 of 6 from downtown here in the second half. Young with the bucket.
All about getting into a rhythm as a shooter. When Trae Young finds his, he's pretty fine at taking those shots.
Young against Doncic. Pass to Jay. 6 to shoot. From the top of the key. And the jumper is good. Jay's got 15 points here in the second half.
The scoring is coming easy for him. Got to keep the ball in his hands.
Young, the pass to Johnson. Back to Young. The Hawks need to get one up here. And it's a defensive 3-second violation. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Mavericks?
They feel like they have an advantage inside, and so far they have done an excellent job exploiting it.
Well, the three-point shot has been absolutely huge for them this entire game. And let's be honest, you have to knock down threes to win games these days.
And so he hits the technical free throw.
And Bogdanovich has suffered some injuries along the way, and it's been a bit of a stop-and-start deal for him. But when he's feeling good and when he's in a great rhythm, man, he's an offensive force.
Nance, he's checked in for Atlanta. Daniels comes in for Young. Bogdanovich, no good.
Just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Doncic outside. Again, Dallas.
And their offense tonight is Luka, and more Luka. When he's on, it's an opponent's worst nightmare.
Nance outside. Pass to Bogdanovich. The three. The shot no good.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
The three from Thompson. Rebound Atlanta. Here's Daniels. No points yet. Outside Bogdanovich. Nance with a screen on Thompson. Bogdanovich passes to Nance. And Nance with the slam.
Yeah, for Nance Jr., it's about the quickness with which he can be impactful.
Well, Brent, this is the 8th season for Bogdanovich. He's as steady as a metronome, man.
Now, the thing, B.A., I don't think guys appreciate him as much as they should in that off-guard position. He is gritty and competitive. He can shoot the ball. He's willing to take big shots. And I love the pace and competitiveness he plays with.
Here's Thompson. Again, the miss by Dallas. Here's Daniels. Looking at his stats, he's putting up about 7.5 per game. Capella, screen on Doncic. To the middle. And the slam dunk by Capella.
That's a nice pick and roll there. Capella slicing with purpose after he sets the screen and ready for the ball.
Doncic outside. Tries again. And the layup is up and in. Doncic has got 23.
Oh, Luka is so skilled at using his body to create good looks inside.
Back to Bogdanovich. From the arc. And scoring. That now makes him 7 for 11 in this game.
It feels like the other four guys have disappeared at this point. He wants to be the one to get them back.
From 11 feet away. Another miss by Doncic. And so it's Johnson with it. He brings it up for Atlanta. Pass to Bogdanovich. And here's Capella. Give him 8 points now. Now here's Nance. Capella with it. The rebound by Klay Thompson. Here's Marshall. Still no points. Thompson left side. Here's Doncic. Oh, he nails it. 10 for 14 after that one.
Oh, my. Tight defense, but Doncic just muscles it in.
Daniels passes to Nance. Outside Johnson. No good on the triple. Dallas has gotten 3 of 6 threes to fall in the third quarter. Here's Doncic. Another miss by Doncic. And the Hawks shooting 39% from the field in the third. Bogdanovich passes to Johnson. 1:05 left in the third quarter. Here's Daniels. Pass to Bogdanovich. And it goes out of bounds. That went off Capella. Atlanta making some changes. Zeller comes in for Capella. And it's Roddy in for Johnson. And Dallas with a change here, too. Dinwiddie, he's checked in for Doncic. And for Dallas, they're shooting an efficient 55% in the third quarter. Thompson passes to Dinwiddie. With his first shot attempt. It's rebounded by Roddy.
You'd like to see more effective ball movement there.
Maybe they can find a way to establish some rhythm in the next few possessions with the extra pass.
And they've won the battle on the board so far, and the scoreboard reflects that.
Yeah, it's not just about stopping the offense in the scouting report. It's about knowing where to be when those shots are going to be missed. And they're doing a nice job on the rebound.
Pass to Lively. Here's Dinwiddie. Fires the three. He can't hit that time. Bogdanovich with it. Shoots over Thompson. Bogdanovich, that's good. Bogdanovich has got 12 now in this quarter. And so it's the Dallas Mavericks already up 26 points as this quarter ends. Call off the Dogs. They've been completely dominant. We're headed for a blowout. We'll be right back after this word. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
The coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel, nice play, collaborating, improvising, and organic.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may already be out of hand. On the court right now for Dallas. Washington and Lively down low. Then there's Spencer Dinwiddie. Then there's Najee Marshall. And it's Grimes in at the 2 spot. Out of bounds, it'll go to the Hawks. And for Atlanta, they're shooting at about 44% so far. On the wing, Daniels. He's covered by Dinwiddie. Pass to Roddy. Here's Matthews. Banked it in off the glass. Matthews got his first basket of the night.
No, that's excellent. Get the ball down deep inside and cash in on a simple basket.
And here's Lively. Back to Marshall. Launches a three. Atlanta with a rebound. Nance has got his 5th rebound in this one. About 1 minute played here in the fourth quarter. Pass to Matthews. 4-3. Washington grabs the miss. Dallas shooting around 59%. They've been outstanding on the offensive end. Now Dinwiddie. And you look around the league. Brent, are small market teams having a moment?
Well, B.A., these teams have done a very good job of positioning themselves well. If you look back over the past couple of years, what have they done? Well, they've had themselves a lot of pick and a lot of good fortune moving up in the draft in some cases. These teams aren't going anywhere.
6 on the shot clock. Here's Matthews. It's rebounded by Dallas.
That's 2 points they should have had. I'm sure he'd love to get that look again.
And the ball out of play. The Hawks will have it. And the Mavericks going with a whole new group out there. The Hawks have gotten just 1 shot to fall out of 3 attempts in the fourth. Daniels passes to Roddy. Gafford grabs the miss. Gafford's got 11 rebounds in the game. Irving with it. Nance covering. Ooh, took him no time at all to get that one.
And there's not a spot on the floor where Kyrie cannot damage you.
Irving's gone 6 of 8. Daniels passes to Nance. And Nance with the slam.
Now catching the lead pass at full speed, terrific anticipation, and the delivery on time, on target.
Back to Doncic. Good work there as it goes. Doncic has got 14 points now in the second half.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
Yeah, and the coach pretty smart for zoning in on him and giving him opportunities to stay with that confident play.
Daniels misses. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Dallas Mavericks. It's stolen by Nance. Here's Daniels. Ooh, powered down with both hands.
Get it, young fella. Dyson Daniels has a lot of tools, showing his hops on that one.
Doncic with it. Nance covering. Outside Irving. Takes a three. On target from range.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Yeah, he's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away.
To the inside. And Nance with the slam.
Love to see that from Dyson Daniels. He's a gifted passer.
Dallas has gone 1 for 3 in the fourth quarter from range. Doncic outside. You know, Grant, we've seen career performances in the play-in tournament, but the stats don't count for regular season or the playoffs.
You know, that's crazy, B.A. So let's just count them as playoff stats. It used to be only 3 rounds instead of 4, so there is a precedent to adding more games to the official postseason. How about the bounce?
We can call that bounce per ounce. Can't be denied. Here's Jay. Four on the clock. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Grant, it seems like teams today are much more data-driven than in years past.
Yeah, I agree, B.A. It's much more sophisticated. And, of course, coaches and executives are still watching the games and forming their gut opinions. But now those impressions can be cross-checked with the numbers.
Trae Young, he's checked in for the Hawks. And Quinn Snyder decides to call timeout. He wants to make sure they're purposeful with the game plan. Atlanta making some changes. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Zeller. Risache comes in for Robbie. And it's Bogdan Bogdanovic in for Daniels. Here's Risache. From behind the arc. That's in. Coming off an assist from Young. Young's got 7 assists in the game. The Mavericks lead by 20. Doncic feeling it out a bit. Here's Jay. Well, you look at the so-called super teams that have been assembled in recent years. A lot of cautionary tales.
Yeah, I mean, teams giving up their draft picks for the better part of a decade to bring in a star. It can get ugly really fast if things don't work out.
Johnson, he's checked in for Atlanta. Young against Doncic. Over to the left wing. And the call is going to be, yes, an illegal screen.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
Got to hold firm or you're going to get a call.
That'll be a 5-second call.
Their lead is starting to slip away.
Capella finds Bogdanovich. The three from Rizashea. Gafford grabs the miss. Gafford's got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort. Irving, the pass to Doncic. Basket is good. Nice setup from Irving. Doncic has got 30 points.
He hit 3 triples in the first half. 3 more since. That's nothing to shrug at.
Here's Rizashea. And the layup is good off the glass.
It's always good to see Rizashea mixing it up down low.
Pass to Gafford. Some young players coming into the league, they lack experience in truly big games. Brent, you think that's a disadvantage?
Well, it could be a disadvantage, BA, but how do you get to replicate that competitive environment unless you get there? And so with every experience, young guys typically who want to achieve greatness, embrace some of those biggest moments, watch and learn, and that's where you grow the most.
Well, he now has 4 3-pointers this game, guys, 2 in each half. He's really spacing out the floor for his teammates.
Rizashea, no good.
Maybe there are ways to contribute that don't involve shooting the basketball. That's the best way that maybe he can help them out in trying to win this game.
Doncic outside. Over Bogdanovich. And all around the rim that time before dropping. Doncic has got 32 points in the game.
And I love Doncic's shot selection. So smart at knowing when to shoot it.
Johnson finds Bogdanovich. The three from Rizashea. Drills it from deep. Rizashea's got 8 points here in the quarter.
His first half performance, somewhat forgettable, but now he's pouring it on.
Outside Irving. Young against Doncic. From outside the arc, another three for Dallas.
Oh, you gotta love the back and forth, showing real confidence at the arc.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
And here's Doncic. He'll bring it up for Dallas. The floater, and the shot goes down. Doncic has got 37.
Perfect from the field this quarter. Gotta wonder how long he can sustain it.
Pass to Rizashea. Off the mark there with a three. Dallas has gotten 4 of 7 3-pointers to fall in the fourth. And the dunk by Gafford.
Everyone loves the alley-oop play, B.A.
Yep, one of the prettiest in basketball. Here's Young. And the league has made it clear, Grant, it sees streaming at the forefront of basketball viewing going forward.
Well, B.A., it's a no-brainer. The internet is the future, after all, and streaming opens a lot more options for engaging with fans while they watch.
And for Dallas, they're shooting very well, 62%, and going right at the defense.
And guys, the way this defense is getting manhandled down low, you have to wonder if they're at 100% right now.
To the middle. Here's Rizashea. Lays it up and banks it in. Rizashea's got 12 points here in the second half.
Can't blame the deficit on him. He's been scoring at will this period.
Doncic passes to Jay. Clock at 6. And they'll turn it over. Couldn't get the shot off. A shot clock violation. And Dallas making a change here. Doncic against Young. Outside Johnson. There's the screen by Johnson. Bogdanovich against Dinwiddie. Capella, the pass to Bogdanovich. Screen by Capella. The three from Rizachet. The shot, no good.
I think if I was coaching these guys right now, especially him, I'd tell him, you take one more three-point shot, and we're going to have some conversations here side by side.
Irving for three. Rebounded by Johnson. Johnson's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Outside Bogdanovich. Outside Young. Shot clock at 6. Puts one up from 19. Dinwiddie with a rebound. Dallas has gone 4 of 8 from three-point land during the fourth.
It's safe to say they have dominated this game. The game wasn't even as close as the score says in a great win for the Mavericks.
Pretty clear who the better team was today. They dominated in just about every phase of this game, Grant.
B.A., it's almost hard to think what didn't go well for them. Their plan, their execution, everything was absolutely on point.
And a good performance to bring them their 18th win of the year.
And against a non-conference opponent, you really want to win the first one. They'll go into the next one knowing how to beat this team for sure.
And when you look at the game, the one thing that helped fuel this team to victory was the efficiency for Jay.
It looked like a couple times they might be wearing him down, but not the case. At the offensive end, he was just devastating.
Showing us that killer instinct right now. No letting the foot off the gas for them.
Yeah, up until that point, a competitive game, but once they broke through that barrier, it was all them. Complete control.
That shot off the mark. 8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Doncic outside. Back to Irving. Second chance shot. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now.
You tried to guard Kyrie without fouling, and that is a challenge unto itself. So nimble with the ball and that shifty handle.
First free throw is good. Both free throws good from Irving. 12 seconds left in the final quarter. Outside Young. And so Dallas takes this one by a big margin. To walk into enemy territory and deliver a performance like that, that says a lot about this squad.
They really came in looking confident and didn't let anything shake them. This is what a dominant team looks like.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Brent Barry, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson thanking you for tuning in. And we'll see you next time.
Huge moment on the show today as I am ready to unveil my ultimate NBA Dynasty rankings.
All right, I mean, it took you long enough. Actually, he brought this up 2 weeks ago.
Finally, Toby says something useful.
Oh, thank you.
I mean, it would have taken me 20 minutes, but maybe that's because I know how to ball.
No one knows more than me, Russell.
Whatever.
About anything.
Oof, that is patently false.
And you can patently shut it.
That doesn't make sense.
Maybe not, Toby. I'm not a book boy like you, but I am a knower of ball, and I am ready to unveil my dynasty list.
All right, just say it already. Do we need a drum roll?
All right, here we go. In reverse order, please hold your applause until the end. Number 9, Hakeem's Rockets.
I like that. I like that.
Number 8, Isaiah's Bad Boy Pistons. Number 7, LeBron's Big 3 Heat. Number 6, Birds Big 3 Celtics. Number 5, Steph's Warriors. Number 4, Duncan's Spurs. Number 3, Kobe's Lakers. Number 2, Magic's Showtime Lakers. And number 1.
I mean, it's obviously Jordan's Bulls.
Jordan's Bulls.
Wrong! It's Jordan's Bulls!
Yeah, that's what I said.
No spoilers, Russ.
I mean, we both said it already.
We could debate the definition of spoiler all day long, but what I want to know is, what do you think?
I mean, quite frankly, it's a shockingly coherent list, especially for you, Jalen. But, I think some of the placement is debatable.
Nobody cares, Toby. Russ, what do you think? You're a hooper. How'd I do?
Honestly, I think my biggest thing is Duncan's Spurs. I feel like you put them a little high.
What about 5 championships? Don't you understand,
No, I know.
Russell?
It's how long it took to get them.
Duncan's first championship came in 1999, and his last was in 2014. That's a 16-year span.
Right, and the Warriors, who you put below them, won 4 in 9 years. I mean, I could even make the case for the Celtics being more dominant, winning 3 and 7, including 5 finals appearances and going up against those great Lakers teams. Plus, I might put Larry over Steph if we're keeping it 100.
Look, those are interesting points you both make. It's clear you spent a lot of time thinking about this, and for that, I commend you. Unfortunately, it pains me to say this, but you're both unbelievably wrong and stupid.
Okay, we don't need to make it personal, Jalen. It's okay to disagree.
Everything is personal, Russ. This is war.
Pretty sure this is a TV show.
That it is, Toby, which means it's time for a quick commercial break. Back with more Jalen Murphy Show after this.
Keep it up, MP. Keep chopping wood.